5 seconds to go. Start. Friends, wherever you will be posted, you will have the zeal and enthusiasm to try something new. You will have so many ideas in your mind to change things, but I would urge you that whenever such a thought comes to your mind that this is not right and requires change, you will come across many systems and rules and regulations which have been there for years and which you may find irrelevant or you may not like. You will find them to be cumbersome. I don't say whether all that will be wrong, it could be. When you have power, you would feel like doing things your way. But you must be patient and give it a thought to it. Would you follow the path that I suggest? I want to give some advice to you. Try to understand the root cause of why a particular system was developed or a rule was made and under what circumstances and what was the situation then. Visualize each and every word in the file and find out why it was made 20, 50 or 100 years ago. You do a thorough study and find out the logic, thinking, or requirement which went into developing that system. Go to the bottom of it and find out the reason which led to the making of that rule. When you study and go to the root cause of a problem, you will be able to find a permanent solution to it. Things done in haste will look fine for the time being but will not lead to a permanent solution. And when you go deep into all these things, you will have complete control over the administration of that area. And after doing so much, remember one more thing when you have to make a decision. Mahatma Gandhi always used to say that if your decision benefits the person standing in the last queue of society, then you should not hesitate to take that decision. I want to add one more thing to this. Whatever decision you make, whatever system you change, you must think in the context of the whole of India because we represent the all India civil services. The decision in our mind might be local, but the dream should be for the entire country. Friends, we have to take reform, perform, and transform to the next level during this Amrit Kal of independence. Therefore, India is moving ahead with the spirit of Sabka Prayas. In your endeavors, you also have to understand the power of everyone's effort and their participation. If you try adding as many parts and every employee in your work, then it becomes the first circle. But the bigger circle will be when you add social organizations and the general public. In a way, everybody, including the last person of society, should be a part of your efforts and there should be their ownership. And if you do these things, then you will not imagine the strength that you will gain. For example, a municipal corporation in a big city has many sanitation workers who work so hard to keep the city clean. Would it not be an everyday festival for sanitation workers if every family and every citizen gets involved with their efforts and there is a people's movement against filth? Will the results be manifold or not? For everyone's effort brings about a positive result. When there is public participation, then 1 and 1 together do not become 2 but 11. Friends, today I would also like to give you another task. You should keep doing this task throughout your career, and in a way it should be a part of your life and it should be a habit. And my simple definition of a ritual is a good habit developed by effort. Wherever you are posted in any district, make an analysis of the problems and difficulties of that district. It may come across to you why your predecessors did not try to solve those problems. Can you identify 5 challenges of the area where you are posted, the challenges which make the life of the people difficult and are a hindrance to their development? It is very important for you to identify them at the local level, and I will also tell you why this is necessary. When we formed the government, we also identified many such challenges. Once the challenges were identified, we moved towards their solution. Should not the poor have pakka houses even after so many years of independence? This was a challenge and we took up that challenge. We decided to give them pakka houses and expanded the PM Awas Yojana at a fast pace. Many such districts in the country were also a big challenge which were decades behind in the race for development. One state is far ahead, but its two districts are far behind. One district is far ahead, but its two blocks are far behind. We as a nation prepared a blueprint that such districts should be identified, and a campaign of aspirational districts should be started to bring them at par with the average of the state and, if possible, to the national average. Similarly, electricity and gas connection to the poor was another challenge. We started the Subhagya scheme and gave them free gas connections under the Ujjwala scheme. This is happening for the first time in India after independence, when any government has talked about and made plans for taking the schemes towards saturation. Stop.